Hi. So your eyes do not deceive you. I am definitely early, but as you guys know, I like to enter the room a little bit earlier. Oh, I lost my bobby pin. So that I'm able to get people to come into the room. It's hot in my little space right now. But welcome. For those of you guys who are not watching this live, skip forward, check the description box. The timestamp on when this will start will be available there. Hi, Yazelle. Hi, Jasmine. So let me put up a little note because you know people have some kind of feeling about it. Okay, we'll start at 4:05 p.m. PST, Pacific Standard Time. Just so it's clear. Okay. Oh, it's hot. It is hot. So come on in the room. Charlotte, hey. Domestic Gordita, hey. Hey, hey, hey. Hey, hey now. I gotta put this fan on stronger. Let's see if I can get it, how close I can get it to. Oh, there it is. There it is. All right, trying something new with my hair, as you can see. Because my normal thing is just to pop it up in a high pony. You know what? That's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to put it in a high pony. I can't live like this. I can't look at, catch the look. Catch the look. Okay? See it? Live it? Love it? Great. Taking it out. It's hot. Can't have all this hair down touching me. I just came back from lunch with my cousin. That's nice. Hi, Daphne. We're having fall weather in South Texas. Talinha, hello. Hello, how is Japan? All right, once I finish messing around with my hair, I have something exciting to show you guys. I mean, it's exciting to me. It's not going to be exciting to y'all. So I have been doing a little bit, and when I say a little bit, I mean hardly any research on possibly non-alcoholic wine, mainly because I'm starting to hear that wine has a lot of sugar in it. And if I'm trying to, like, you know, slim this midsection down, I shouldn't be consuming as much sugar as probably the wine is giving your girl, you know? Oh my God, I can't tell you how amazing that feels. I wish that I had my ponytail holder, but I don't. Okay, so anyways, I decided that I was going to buy some non-alcoholic wine because maybe it has less sugar. Also because low-key, ever since I've been able to drink, I have been doing so. I mean, not like outrageously, because I'm not like somebody, you know, I do still get sick. So I'm just kind of thinking, this is 70 calories. This is 52. And does my wine even say what it is? No. So, and this contains sulfates, which might be why it makes me sick. Anyways, I'm trying to find like a better, healthier alternative. So I wanted to try some wine, some non-alcoholic wine. Go on ahead and clean, Lynn J. Do what you got to do. So have you guys ever tried any alcoholic wine? And if you have, do you have any suggestions? I love red wine. So I don't want to try non-alcoholic white wine, but I will. I mean, do I want to pay for it? No. But I love red wine. So part of me is like, why would I buy white wine? Okay. So I've said before, this wine is really good. It's a Trader Joe's wine. I won't have it right now during this. So which one should I go? St. Regis or Ariel? Does it taste like real wine or sweet like sangria? I don't know. Should we try it? These are both de-alcoholized wines. So they were, I guess, made with wine. I mean, made with alcohol, and then it got snatched. I was going to try this one first, but that has a corkscrew. This one has a twist off top. And you know. Ah! Rickety! Just saw it. I don't like this bouquet. I spilled wine on my table. Okay. Well, anyways, now that I have to get up now to clean off the wine. So let me get a ponytail holder while I'm up. While I'm up. Hi, Raven. Why do I feel like it would be just Feb grape juice? Maybe it is. Como me duele. So here's what it looks like. Here's the coloring. Looks like real wine. Okay. Smells like cheap wine. Smells like home, Sutter Home. It's giving me boxed wine. It's giving me, what is it called? Frenzia. It's giving me, oh, this is 100% grape juice. This one, 100% grape juice. This is grape juice without all the sugar. Domestic gordita. Hey, don't knock the boxed wine. I'm not knocking it. I'm just saying that, like, you know, I don't want a headache, you know. I thought it was gonna be more robust, you know. Yeah, this is giving me, like, you know, if you've ever had like kids like sugar-free grape juice, like that. Hi, Jessie Lee, welcome. I'm trying non-alcoholic wine for the people, and it's grape juice. It's less sweetened grape juice. Going ahead. Stay safe, Jasmine. Stay safe. I know how it is driving and looking at YouTube videos, girl. Do you guys ever get bored while driving? Like, at the moment I hit a stoplight, I'm bored. Like, I find myself being like, I'm bored. And it's like, I didn't used to be that person, but now I 100% am. I get bored while driving. Normally, I used to be able to just like zone out, and then I would end up places and be like, "How did I get here?" I mean, I meant to come here, but also like I don't remember the journey at all. So there she is. Who is that person with her hair down? Who was she? But yes, be safe. Okay. Yep, I do, and sometimes I get to my desk and say, "How the heck did I get here?" 100%. That is me. Okay, I'm gonna give myself some real vino. Maybe in the middle, I'll get a corkscrew. My corkscrew is usually on here, but it's not here. Where is it at? I see it? Oh, I see it. It's over there. And I'll try the other one. Ooh, calm down, girl. Calm down. Calmate. Sima di dauna. Sima di dauna. Okay. Why am I trying non-alcoholic wine? Because I think that I'm drinking too much sugar. I think the wine is too sweet. I think the wine has additive sugars in it. And here's the truth. I like what I like. I'm not going to go and find, non-added sugar wines, because then I'd have to try a bunch of different wines to find out which one I like that has less sugar. And it's just like, ugh, girl, I don't have the money for all that. Sometimes I just want to go in and buy the thing I know that works and keep it moving. It's almost my birthday. That is so true. I will be in Vegas for my birthday for work, but nonetheless still in Vegas. So I'm taking off that Friday. My birthday's on the 22nd, which is next Friday. I'm taking that day off whilst in Vegas, and I'm going to the spa. I was looking at a fancy spa, but the fancy spa was like a $400 facial as well as a $400 massage. And I said, there is no way that I'm going to spend next to $1,000 for a facial and a massage. I don't care what the ambiance is like. It was at Encore. I can't remember. I don't know what hotel it's in, but it looks beautiful via the pictures, right? But I'm also like, COVID, you know what I'm saying? And are they going to make sure that the people who are walking around there naked and getting all these treatments done are vaccinated and or COVID free? Like, not even the vaccination part. Are they going to make us do like a rapid COVID test? Because if it was like a rapid COVID test and I knew that everything was clean, even then, $400 feels like a lot for a facial. I mean, if this facial isn't going to completely resurface and change and take me back in time 10 years, which I don't want to look like I did 10 years ago, because I like my face now. I mean, you know what I'm saying? I like what's happening on my face right now. So I'm like, why would I spend $400? Why? Why? There are 50 people in the room right now. Go ahead and give this video a thumbs up. Obviously, if you guys are in the room this early, it's because you're down, right? So thumbs this video up. You're going to have a good time. This is giving me blackberries. It's giving me oaky. It's got like a dry aftertaste. It smells like alcohol. Also, I don't even know what that smell is. Alcohol. Yeah. Oak, like a wood. The aftertaste, like when you drink like whiskey, not that nasty, like bitter aftertaste, but there is like an aftertaste of the wood barrel that it sat in. That's what I'm tasting. And that's what I love. And on the tip of my tongue, I'm getting like a raspberry feel. This is good. I like it. Tamara, welcome. Thank you, Vixie. Vixie Lady. Never seen this name before. Thank you. Group on it and see if they have a discount. Ricky Wren, look at you. That's a good idea. Okay. So anyways, yeah, I wasn't going to pay $100 for those two treatments. So I found another spa that's going to do the exact same thing for half the price. I can fathom spending $400 for both of those treatments. So it's not going to be included in tip. But yeah, you know. So that's what I'm doing. It's also going to be kind of cold in Vegas because it's October. I've been here before, never really commented. Well, hello. Thank you. I appreciate it. I appreciate you taking the time out to comment. I absolutely do. Okay, what else? What else are we going to talk about, you guys? 56 people in the room. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. We're not going to get started until 4, so we do have a couple minutes before that happens. What time is it? It is 3:50, so we're not going to get started till 4:05, which means 15 minutes. So in another 15 minutes. So if you guys want to go grab your bebidas, you know, get yourself prepared. I have uploaded all the pictures that I need for this. I didn't take any notes, so I'm going to require you guys to jump in and tell me your thoughts. Yazal says $400 for a facial. What are they doing? Do they bring vampire and suck out the blood? Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, I said, I knew it was going to be expensive, but I was like thinking like $200 for the facial. $415? What are they doing? For $415 for this one face. Like, I don't have that much to pull out. Like, if they wanted to do an extraction, like they could, but I'm just like, are you curing my hyperpigmentation? Are my like freckles? You guys see I have like freckles. They're not freckles, but they're the opposite of. You can't really tell. But I have like white dots on my skin. So I'm like, what are you guys going to do? Food Fit review. Good. I just watched it too. Well, thank you for joining, Vixie Lady. Maybe they use gold foil. 14 karat gold, not plated, okay? 14 karat. So yeah, anyways, yeah. So I was like, I'm not gonna pay for that. I will probably need to get my eyebrows waxed though while I'm there, because I didn't need it this week because I got it last week. So I'll need that. But otherwise, that's all the day is going to consist of. It's just like me chilling for my birthday, getting those 2 things done, and then going back to the hotel and probably hanging out some more. And then the next day, I might meet Tiana, who is a moderator here. And so if she can swing it, then we'll have some lunch, and then that's it. So Food Fit, you thought the episode was great? Tell me why. What did you like about this episode? I have some ideas, but I wanted to know what your guys' thoughts were. Dedria, hello. How are you? How art thou? Oh, I don't know where my phone is, which means that it's going to ring at the most inopportune. Found it. I didn't know where it was, and then I found it. It was a miracle on 24th Street. I'm glad you're doing well. No notes to be had. No notes, no notes. Demons and lies. The only thing I wrote down was ectopic pregnancy at 19, 1 fallopian tube. I like how obviously produced it was. Oh, yes. Yes. Hello, welcome. Oh, it's Sunday morning there. It is square 4 p.m. Yesterday okay? It is Saturday here. Square 4 p.m., almost 4 p.m. California time. Saturday. And it's already the next day in Japan. Isn't that crazy? The miracle of time travel. My cousin lives in Tokyo. Or he has a house in Tokyo, I should say. I don't know if he lives there. I've been to Tokyo. He lives in another part of Japan as well. I'm just not sure what the other part is. But he used to live in Tokyo, and I went to Tokyo to visit him. Whereabouts in Japan are you? What time is it in Germany? Telinha is in Japan. That's why I'm asking about it. Feels like they're really stretching B-roll footage for these episodes. I'm trying to think, was there a lot of B-roll footage? If there was, I didn't see it. Hey girl, hey. Hi Chelsea from San Fran. I'm glad you caught the live as well. Oh, okay, you live in Tokyo. Oh, okay, cool. So when I was in Tokyo, I visited Harajuku. I visited Shibuya. I visited I used to know all the places that I visited. I don't know. I really like the fact that wherever my cousin lived, there was like a pastry store by the subway or by the train. And so every morning I would get up and get like a pastry from this place. And they had this one pastry called the Little Mermaid, and it was delicious. I don't know what it was, but I knew it was called I remember it was called the Little Mermaid. Shinjuku. That's another place that I went. B-roll, what I think of as B-roll is like scenic rolls. You know how in TLC they'll give you B-roll of like what India looks like, and sometimes they give you beautiful India, and sometimes they give you like, you know, skeleton dogs or hungry dogs scavenging and cats looking sad. Like that's to me what B-roll is. So when I say B-roll, that's what I'm saying. Hi Kirby. Hi Kirby. Hey girl, hey. You actually made it to a live. Usually I just see you all up in the replay gang comment section going in on folk. Chelsea, what are you watching? What am I watching on Netflix? Okay, I can tell you what I'm not watching, which is On My Block, because I'm not ready for it to be the last season. So I haven't watched On My Block, even though I want to, because Spooky's fine. I've also been watching, what did I watch? I'm watching Demon Slayer right now, which is like an anime, because everyone says it's so good, but I'm starting to think that I don't like anime because I'm watching it and I hate all the exposition. I just wish that the American translation did not put what the Japanese, like, it's like, you know, so, like a character is just like staring at something and having all these thoughts, and it's like, and it's like, my cousin Hiroshi, and he jumped off, and then I feel so bad because I love Hiroshi and we had such good times as children, and I don't want to have to fight my cousin Hiroshi. Like, and it just like, I don't get it. I haven't like quite taken it in yet. Even though like there are Japanese series that I guess I thought I loved, but I guess they're not really Japanese. I'm trying to think what Japanese anime series that I love. That's why I'm thinking maybe I'd never actually loved them. Grown ass woman, welcome, welcome, welcome. Chelsea, what are you watching on Netflix? Oh, have I watched it? Oh, have you watched You? No, that show gives me anxiety. So I did watch it. I watched up until like halfway through the first season, and it was just too much shenanigans going on. Like I cannot, it's hard for me to watch shenanigans. It's hard for me to watch shenanigans. Like I mean, I'm not going to spoil it for anybody, but there is a, you know, a kidnapping of sorts, and I'm just like, that whole scenario just gave me so much anxiety. Just like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. You know, like I can't watch people just like break laws and then have there be no consequences. But that's the best part of anime. Cousin Hiroshi! Oh no! And then like someone's crying, like all of a sudden the person's crying, and I'm like, why are you crying? You know, it's very American of me sometimes when I'm watching it and I'm just like, what's going on? Don't touch my sister! And then there'll be like a montage of a girl being like, I just want things to go back to the way it was when we were younger. What's the sister's name? Nazuku? I think her name is Nazuku. Me and Nazuku used to play in the hills and on the forest every night, and Mom would call us, oh my God, brother, you're going to the market, brother? Can you bring me something back, huh, brother? Huh? From the market, huh? And I'm just like, what am I watching? So anyways, that's my impressionation of anime. Mari Mari. Vicky Vale says, I loved you and tried watching the second season until I realized I was rooting for the psychopath. I think you would like the Witcher series. Oh, do you? Do you think that I would like the Witcher series? Ma'am? Okay, this here is Geralt of Rivia. So anyways, as soon as I watched Witcher last season, the very first season last year, I downloaded all the books and I sort of started listening to them out of order. And then I decided that I wasn't going to do that anymore. And I just bought The Last Wish, which is a series of short stories. And basically it's everything that happened in season 1. So yeah, love The Witcher. Cannot wait for season 2. Am mad that I had to wait as long as I did have to wait because it's so good. Yes, I did watch The Circle. I watched season 1. I didn't care to see any other seasons after that. The Wilds? Okay. I'm writing that down. I do have HBO Max. What are you guys watching on HBO Max? The Wilds. And you said that one was on. Hi, Jen. Amazon Prime. Are there people of color in The Wilds? Hi, Veronica. Blood and Water is good. Blood and Water is on what? So here's another thing about me too. Like, unless it's fantasy, I need there to be people of color in it. I can't. I think that's probably another reason why I can't get through You is because it's just like surrounded. While I love that actor because he was giving me all of my Gossip Girl life together, I was just like, it's not enough diversity in this cast for me to continue. 10-Year-Old Max. 10-Year-Old on Cinemax. Folklore on HBO Max. Great folklore. Folk. You know what I watched yesterday? It's almost time to go. I watched Black as Night. Folklore, HBO Max. It was good. It made me laugh. It was quick. It was short. And then after that, I went and watched Attack the Block, which is like always a good time. If you guys want to watch a sci-fi action movie with no guns, starring children of color, Attack the Block. Block, 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 block. It's a British show. Love it. Okay. Blood and Water is on Netflix, and that. Okay, great. Love this. Thank you guys so much. Attack the Block is available, I think, on Amazon. How did I watch it? 10-Year-Old Tom. Okay, I'll put that. 10-Year-Old Tom. Hey, JW. Listen, I don't usually go back and watch movies, but Attack the Block, I've seen at least 4 times. And every time I'm like, oh, so good. It's so good. I don't have Hulu. And Reservoir Dogs is a Quentin Tarantino piece, and I'm not usually into Quentin Tarantino movies, so I haven't really watched it. All right, it's 4:05, guys. Let's get started. Hey, guys, it's Wahima, but just call me Wah. Melanated! Welcome to my recap of Love After Lockup. This is season 3, episode 52, Demons and Lies. You guys, let's jump right into this episode. Don't forget to share this video on any social media platform that you deem fit. And just so you guys are aware, I do start these lives 30 minutes earlier so that I can get the maximum amount of people in the room before I start my recap. And we have 102 people in the room right now. So thank you so much for those of you guys who showed up on a Saturday. I absolutely appreciate it. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. Let me take down this thing. If you would like to donate to the baby fund, oh, please go on ahead. If you think anything that I'm doing here is funny and you would like to give me a tip, you can do so with these things that are scrolling across your screen. And I 100% will always be thankful and super appreciative. If you can't do that, go on ahead and give this video a thumbs up or both. Midnight Mass on Netflix. Okay, is that good? Midnight Mask. Sorry, you guys can continue putting your suggestions in the comments and I will take them down and watch them. You know, Wellington Paranormal, also good and funny on HBO Go. I don't have HBO Go, but I'll just write that down. Wellington Paranormal. And you don't have to tell me what you're watching it on because I can just talk to my thing and it'll find it and tell me which one. Warrior Nun on Netflix. I watched the first like 4 or 5 episodes of Warrior Nun, and because she hasn't gotten back to where she needs to be, like I'm like bored. Like I'm bored. And I think it's only because I'm used to, when you're used to a kind of, at least me, I can't say it, I'm used to the way that American television shows do things. And sometimes if the show is not American or it's not like whatever, even if it's in English, like maybe however it's set up or the writer or whatever, if it doesn't get back to what I need them to get back to, I get kind of bored because I'm used to a certain format. But anyways, we can talk about that at the very end and continue telling me how to do it. Midnight Mass is very good. Okay, great. So yeah, just keep giving me only 36 thumbs up. Come on now. All right, you guys, let's get started. So first couple that we are going to talk about, let's just get them out of the way, is Brittany and Ray. So the big secret, girl, the big reveal is that she had a pregnancy at 19 and had to have emergency surgery because it was an ectopic pregnancy, meaning that the embryo, once it was fertilized and became an embryo, it didn't travel down into her uterus as on schedule, because that's what happens. You know, the egg and the sperm meet up in the fallopian tube when the egg is minding its own business and the sperm is like, what are you doing? And the egg's like, meh, meh, meh. And then this other egg's like, oop. I mean, so the other sperm is like, and then it fertilizes, it becomes an embryo, and then it's supposed to continue traveling down into the uterus and like get snuggy in the walls of the uterus, like just get all up in that lining and implant itself and then start creating the placenta and all that good all that good stuff. And it didn't do that. It started to grow in her fallopian tube, which is severely dangerous to the mother. And so she had to have an emergency surgery to stop the pregnancy, as well as she ended up losing that fallopian tube. And so that's the thing that she hasn't said to him. And so he says that he's kind of upset that Brittany never told him because he's been making plans. And I'm just like, but there's so many more options for Brittany. Like, you know, I guess I can see him being upset that he didn't know, but I'm also like, you guys aren't married, so it's not like you locked yourself into any kind of situation with her. 2, she can still carry kids. Like, if her uterus is okay and it's just the one fallopian tube, then they just need to do the HSG, which is what the doctor was talking about, and to put the ink or the dye, is what he was saying, into the fallopian tube. Make sure that left fallopian tube or right, whichever one is still intact, make sure it's good. And then start trying every other month is really what they need to do. And then just have it be more calculated as to when they start, when they, you know, when she's at the top peak of her ovulation cycle or whatever, and then do that. And if that doesn't work, then they can do artificial insemination. And if that doesn't work, they can do IVF. So there's so many more steps that she has to this happening. So they'll be fine. That was the big secret, girl. I mean, we thought the secret was going to be that she gave up a baby or has had several miscarriages or had to, like, I don't know, girl. Like, what I did not think it was something which, I'm not saying that it's normal, but I'm saying I didn't think it was something like an ectopic pregnancy. Like, I thought it was something a little bit more like, oh my God. No, it was like, oh, okay, girl, there's options. No need to stress and fret. We'll get through it. So this was her outfit that she wore to the doctor's office, and I didn't like it. Okay, I don't like this jacket. This jacket is giving me late 90s, early 2000s, like church jacket. You know what I'm saying? Like, where it's made out of polyester, it has some like padding in the shoulders, and then she wore, like, I might have appreciated it more if the navy shirt was the color of the navy shirt was the color of the jacket, and the jacket color was the color of her blouse. I just didn't like it. Okay, and that's what I want to talk about with Brittany. I did not like it. Also, she's got a new ITM look, or like a new confessional look, because the lipstick in this week's confessionals was not as opaque as the lipstick in this one. So I said, don't try to trick me, okay? I'm watching. What did you guys think of her? The big secret, it's a wig. Yes, Yazelle. I legit thought she was going to say something like that. Like adoption, like something. Come on, girl. I mean, come on, girl. That wasn't a real... I'm afraid to tell Ray that... You should not be afraid to tell him that. So I don't watch LAL anymore, and I had no clue that Brittany was black. Oh no, there's two Britneys. One of them is black, one of them is not. That's why I have pictures, girl. That's why I put the pictures out so everybody can see. Okay, so that's basically all that happened. I mean, he's just like, he was very much like, oh, okay, so what's the game plan? And the doctor told them, and he was like, cool. And then he's like, I am upset that Brittany didn't tell me that she had already had an ectopic pregnancy, because I've been planning for things, but it's not the right time. And I was like, yeah, are we really going to try to make this a storyline that she didn't tell you she had an ectopic pregnancy and only one fallopian tube? Do you even know what that means? Do you even know what it means to only have one fallopian tube? So it's fine. It's fine. Okay, let's move on to the other Brittany. So we've got the other Brittany and Marcelino. I'm trying to find a good picture of them, but this one I have to do. So I picked this picture because, now listen, I'm not saying a grown man can't sit cross-legged, but I said to myself while I watched this is so sweet, and I would have never thought I would ever see Marcelino sitting cross-legged. Sorry, you can't say things like that. Guys, if there is ever an opportunity, okay, here's a general rule of thumb. If you're going to say a statement or a saying or something, and it has an ethnicity in it, chances are it comes from racism, and so don't say it. I was in a meeting, and this man from Kansas said, what did he say? It was like Chinese something. Like it wasn't like Chinese haggle or something, but it was some kind of saying that he said to basically meant like, I don't want to run you guys in a circle. Like, I don't want to keep, I don't want to not have a definitive answer for you. And he said something, but when he said it and it had an ethnicity in it, I was like, oh, that's built from racism. I don't know where it comes from. I've never heard this saying in my life, but I know. So the same thing with sitting cross-legged. Growing up, we called it sitting Indian style, which is obviously built from racism. So I'm not going to say it. So anyways, coming back, he's sitting cross-legged, and he's got his red weed socks on. Is that what we're seeing right here? So this is after the argument at the sober living house when Brittany's feeling a little lit and she and Kanan decide that they're going to knock on the door to talk to Robert. And they're like, Robert, let us in. Why don't you want to talk to us, Robert? Why don't we want to do this? Was it this? Was it Chinese telephone? Let me look up Chinese telephone. Because I looked it up and I was like, what the heck does that mean? Chinese whisper. Yes, that's what he said. Yes. He said, I hate to do like a Chinese whisper. And I was like, oh no, I don't know what's happening, but that's right. That's built from racism. And basically Chinese whisper means an internationally, no, it's a children's game. It's the game of telephone where you whisper in everybody's ear. So basically it was like, I guess if you hear the story several different times, it changes a little bit, which I'm like, what does that have to do with Chinese? And like anyways, but like I do feel like I do feel like it comes from a place of racism. He's not Canadian, so why would there be maple leaves? But that's what I was thinking in the beginning. I was. Aren't they maple leaves? Listen, these are definitely weed socks, okay? Look at this. They could be maple leaves. They could be maple leaves. You're right. But I think it's more interesting if they're red weed socks. So anyways, he is like, you know, Brittany, what happened right now really scared me. And Brittany's like, this is crazy. Like, I can't believe this happened. And then he's like, Brittany, blah, 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 blah. And she's like, let's go outside and talk. We don't want to wake the kids up. So she goes outside and he's like, no, I don't want to talk about this anymore. And he closed the door and she's like, what the heck? This is so childish, you know, because she's feeling real good. You know what I'm saying? Boom. Ba-boom, boom, boom. Origin. The notion of Chinese whispers stems from a racist idea that in the 1800s, the Chinese people spoke in a way that was deliberately unintelligible. We played that at school, and it had nothing Chinese in the explanation of that game. Yeah. Anyways, that's how I knew, like, in the States, if anything has an ethnicity or a culture or a country in it, before you say whatever it is stemmed in racism, so don't say it. There's that. Okay. So, also a show that's really good, I'm sorry, this is on Cinemax, is Warriors. Speaking of the Chinese in the 1800s, Warrior is really good. Like, really good. It's real good. So if you like Peaky Blinders or like sort of a gangs type show, you should see Warriors on Cinemax or HBO Go. I'm sorry, or HBO Max. It's great to see so many like Asian actors like getting, and then the way that they dress the women in Warriors. Come on, sis. Okay, it made me want to be a Chinese horror in 1800s. Because I said, fashion! 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 So if you watch it for anything, watch it for the fashion. Okay, anywho, let's get back to it. So she goes outside and immediately just like walks into the water. Okay, because he doesn't want to talk about it. And she's like, how childish is this? She lights a cigarette with her jeans and everything, and then just like gets into the pool. And I said, you know what? Brittany is going through it. She said, I need to be washed, okay? I need to just wash today off of me. I'm just going to walk into this pool. She got under the water, came up and was like smoking a cigarette. And then Marcelino comes out and he's basically like, babe, I was really scared about how everything went down. You know, I trust you and I support you. But Brittany, you really scared me tonight. You can't, you know, just be out there acting up. You were one bad choice away from ruining everything we have. Like, you're my life, Brittany. You saved me. And she's like, Mars,
Yes, of course. I feel stupid that I got played, and I feel bad that you gave me money and I lost it, and I really wanted to, have this sober living house together, and I'm sorry. I just, in the moment, I just feel like such a failure." And he's like, "Don't worry, babe. I love you so much. Let's just go in the house, okay? You're everything that I've ever wanted in my life." And she's like, "Okay, babe." And they go in the house. Hi, Ebony. Shut the front door. Really? So good. We saw Marcelino's vulnerable side. The script. Oh my God. Produced. I mean, it was like a head of lettuce, okay? It was a head of lettuce. It was with some beets. It was 100% produce in the grocery store. Had like automatic showers of water, watering the foliage every few minutes. You know what I'm saying? I was looking for my clear plastic bag, and it was trying to grab some green onions. You know what I'm saying? I was in the produce section when watching both of the Britney segments. Okay, both of them. Hey, Ebony's from Canada. Got another Canadian here. We got a lot of Canadians. Okay, girl, it was like, yeah, 100% in the produce section. Okay, it was organic. It's organic produce. Okay, organic produce. So, anyways, that is the end of their mini segment. But let's jump to a couple that we haven't talked to in a minute. Okay, let's just jump to Bonnie and Clyde. Okay, so here we have Clyde, whose license plate is Clyde. It's like C1 something, like it's like the word Clyde spelled out in numbers and letters. So where we left off the episode that we saw them last, which is John and Christiana. Is his name John? Not sure. So he's on the side of the road having a conversation, as you do. You want to really concentrate on talking to somebody, you pull over and get out of your car and put them on speakerphone. So he's doing that to her sister, Tara. Basically telling Tara, don't come to this wedding. Don't show up. And if you do, you better be stone cold sober. I don't want to see you there. And it's supposed to be hidden from Christiana because Christiana still wants her to be there. But even Mama Christiana is like, let's leave the demons where the demons belong. Okay? If Tara's going to come around with that demon of addiction on her, then we don't need her here. And Christiana is like, but I really love Tara and I want her here because she's my ace boon and we're best friends and we do everything together. And even though she did cross the line with my husband, I still want her there. And, and the mother's like, well, we don't need her. She didn't show up today. She doesn't need to be here. We don't want any of that energy around us. This is all positivity. I can't handle it anymore. I mean, the one thing I do appreciate is Mom came ready to go. Did you guys clock Mom's boots? Okay. The boots with the fur. And that fur is the same fur that she's wearing around her collar right here. It didn't 100% match, but it was almost there. So I supported it. Okay. Oh, there we go. Laura, you saw it. Clyde smoking his pipe. So, thank you, Jean. Thank you. So, what's his name is pretending, John is pretending like he doesn't know where Tara is, pretending like he's all on Christiana's side, but really he's conspiring with her and the addiction for her to not be at the wedding. Because they said that it's Christiana's day. And I said, if Christiana can find herself a husband and a whole ass wedding with a wedding dress, what am I doing with my life? It's bad to compare yourself to people. Like, it isn't godly. It isn't the Christian way. But this woman is married. In her hand here is her wedding dress. Okay. And here I am, spooky background, in my family home, multi-generational household. We all have our penances. I'm just over being poor. I'm over it. I know I talked about it on Instagram, but has to be said here. I'm over it. Okay. Anyway, so then we have a scene with John, and he goes off and hangs out with his friend who is I don't know, is he a native, like, is he a shaman? Is that word correct to use? Is he a like a native, I want to say like priesthood holder, but that's not the right word. He's like, I feel like he's a keeper of the traditions. That's the only way I can think of saying it. So he's with his friend who is a keeper of the native traditions, and they burn some sage to kind of get rid of all the bad energy surrounding Tara and her possibly showing up at this wedding. And then he asks John if John has been truthful to Christiana about his, relationship with Tara, and he says yes. But then John is also just nervous in general because he says he has not been a good husband ever in his life, and so like who knows how this is going to turn out. And so I'm just like, okay, I mean, as long as John's side of the street is now clean, this drama surrounding Tara, I understand why he doesn't want Tara to be there. 100%. Oh, yes, she did. Mom Christiana came camera ready. She did, and I loved it. I loved it. I love when a person acknowledges that a camera is on and therefore a lip needs to happen. You know what I'm saying? Look at this. This woman look at this. Look at the two difference in these two faces. Here we go here, and here we go here. Same face. No? Same face. Just a different approach. Just a different approach. I love the like blonde in Christiana's hair. I don't necessarily agree with this choice, but this, I like her hair in this one. I like it long. And look at the mom. The mom has, she's doing some stuff here. I appreciate it. I appreciate a raspberry lip, a mauve lip. I appreciate it. Would you choose to stay with a man like John? I prefer being single. Yeah, I would. I would get with John. Why not? What's that like? What is that like? What is it like to have someone to have sex with right next to you? What is that? What is that world like? I don't know what that's like. Why would you want a man that looks like that? Look on the bright side. Yeah. Yep. Yes. Yes. Okay. So I think we left off with just the wedding is coming up and Tara possibly not being there. Maybe Christiana finding out that John is basically telling Tara not to show up. He's been leaving voice messages telling her, you're not wanted, don't come. And if you do come, you better be stone cold sober. Okay? Because your sister's doing well and we don't need your negative energy around us. I said, okay. Now, moving on to these two. So we have got Puppy and Amber. Puppy looked really cute this episode, So Amber is diligently ignoring Sammy because he came to her house last night or the night before, acted a fool, and now is calling her, blowing her up, trying to apologize. And she says that she's been down this path before with him, and she knows how bad it's going to get, and she's not that person, and she's not here for it. So Sammy can actually kick rocks because she's a different person and she's not dealing with it. And I said, you know what? I support you. And I actually do support it. And this is exactly how Puppy feels. Like, yes, let's get him out of here. So she's at the house warding off Sammy. And there's a knock at the door. We don't know who it is. We think it's Sammy. She opens the door, and there is Puppy with a bouquet of flowers at her door. And she's like, bitch, did you buy me these flowers? And she's like, no, I found it on the porch. And she's like, oh, well, Sammy must have left it. And Puppy's like, he's here? And she's like, no, I've been avoiding him all day. He's been blowing me up because he came over here and hollered at me and, got crazy with me last night. And I'm not here for it. I'm not putting up with it. And Puppy's like, good. You don't need that, Amber. In fact, what we're going to do is we're going to get all of his clothes together and we're going to get him out of this house. Let's pack everything up. What's this? And then they go through and they read some cards that Sammy left, and Puppy rips up the cards and she's like, you don't need any of that. You just need to move on. In fact, let me take you somewhere so that we can just like gather his stuff up together. Let's get all his things together, and I'm gonna take you somewhere, and we're gonna get over Sammy together. So they hop in the car, and Amber is definitely representing her business, the place she works. Okay, she works at Sidelines Grill. Okay, if you were wondering where it is that Amber works, she works there. Okay. So they get into the car, they pack up his stuff, and they're driving. And Amber's like, are you just going to keep me hostage and not tell me where we're going? And Puppy's like, bitch, you're driving. How am I keeping you hostage? So then Puppy tells her, where to turn, left here, left there. They get to their destination. And Amber's like, bitch, where are we? And Puppy's like, we're at a place where you can get over your ex. And then this guy walks out and she's like, hi, John. And he's like, hi, long time no see. I haven't seen you in a long time. And she's like, yeah, I'm doing good. And so then she's like, this is my friend Amber. This is wifey. I said, wifey? Yes. She said, this is wifey. And he's like, oh, okay, nice to meet you. And so there's a hug. And then she's like, so where are we going to go? And he's like, well, you just go over there to number 22. And I didn't see nothing and I didn't hear nothing. Okay. And she's like, thanks, James. I don't know his name. I'm just making up a name. So they get to 22 Girl and it's a whole dumpster. Okay. And they throw all of his items in the dumpster and light it on fire after Amber makes some kind of like, what is that cocktail where I guess they put gasoline in a bottle and put some, she's like, this is me from back in the day. I'm a criminal. I know how to get fire started. And so they put all of his items in one of the trash bins and they set everything on fire, and they're kikiing about it, having a good time. And they take video of it so that they can send it to Sammy to really show that Amber is over Puppy. Yeah, a Molotov. Oh, wait, what's happening with Aspasia? Wait a minute. Something has happened with Aspasia. What is going on? Aspasia, congratulations. Oh, congratulations. Girl, I didn't even know you was pregnant. This whole time? Ugh, stressed out. Good for you. Congratulations. Yay. Aw, so cute. I need to know who these women are that keep lifting their 90s and dropping their knickers for John. What a funny way to say that. Oh my God. Congratulations. I'm so happy for you. I'm glad that everything's okay and that you're safe and you're doing well. And congratulations. Absolutely. Been telling you, LOL, baby number 2. I don't know why I didn't catch that. I'm sorry. I feel bad. But I'm so happy for you. Yay. Oh boy. Boy number 2. Congratulations. Aw. Oh. Cute. Does he have that brand new smell? Is he doing that cry that's like, it's a real cry? Are you getting sleep? I hope that you're getting sleep, and I hope that you have the proper amount of help. So good for you. Adam, I've been that guy. This is what I call a clean break. Woo, setting people's stuff on fire. And Amber even said that she didn't even think about setting people's things on fire. Like, it's not even something. Oh, he's so soft. That's so cute. That's so cute. Oh, Chelsea. Yay. Fingers crossed for you. Fingers crossed for you. Fingers crossed for you guys. Okay. Brittany couldn't get a tablespoon from her halfway house, but she can burn all his stuff and film it. Couldn't get a tablespoon from her halfway house? Brittany couldn't get a tablespoon. Wait, Brittany? Wait, what? I don't understand Fit Food. We're talking about Amber and Puppy. Also, what halfway house? I'm confused. Anyways, explain. Tell me and I'll be ready. Okay, so they burn all the stuff, they take a video of it, and it feels like the dynamic duo is back again. And you know, Puppy's over there just like, yeah, let's get Sammy out of the place. Meanwhile, she got a whole boyfriend. Also, she has an ailing mother. So I don't know what Puppy's plans are for Amber, but I definitely think she doesn't want Amber to be dealing with Sammy or any man. Look how happy she is here. Look how happy she is here. Look how happy the both of them are. Like, even here, she's happy. She's happy throughout this whole segment. And I thought she was dressed really cute. I said, okay, little shorts. Come on, short shorts. And she had like matching Jordans to go with it. And I said, come on now. I see you. She knew the camera was ready. She knew the camera was ready. Okay, so let's move on to our next couple, and that is Stan and Lisa. So first segment we have with Stan is Stan sitting by a duck pond crying over his first wife and how great of a relationship they had and how much he misses her and he misses the life, love, and levity of this relationship. And he just talks about how perfect it was and how they never fought and they got along really well. And he's watching a video of his ex-wife in I think like 2002, and she passed away in 2012. And they have kids together, and I guess I just want to know more about how he was with his ex, because the way he's treating Lisa is like, I think what it is that Stan shouldn't be with somebody who has problems. Like, he doesn't need to be with somebody who is unable to kind of get over or push down. It feels to me that Stan comes from a culture, a society of people who don't handle issues that come into their lives, and they just sweep it under the rug and are just happy people, right? And Lisa is not that. Lisa did not grow up in privilege. Everything she's had to scrape by. And the mere fact that she has now put herself in a position, being with Stan, to where she's at a disadvantage, regardless of if she thinks that she is running a game on him, she's unable to run the game on him in the way that I think she would need to in order to get the maximum out of him. And it's because I think she really just feels like this man is using me for my body, and he wants me to be something that I don't necessarily want to be, but I will be for a price. So it's like, maybe these two could come together and find a general understanding, but that would mean that Stan would have to really truly admit that he is with her to pay her for sex and to be his sex doll. And until he does that, she's going to continue acting out, because he puts money up so often when it comes to their relationship. Like, instead of him just doing the things that he needs to do for her and never ask for anything from her, I think that she would start to at least respect him, right? Because I think at the end of the day, she respects the fact that he picked her up from prison and did all this stuff for her. But I think she also wants him to acknowledge the reason why he did it. And he's trying to make it seem like he loves her and he's ready to marry her. But the truth is that he wants a sex slave, or he wants somebody to give it up to him at any time. And she's like, that can't happen. But we need to then just acknowledge what this relationship is then. And so she often says things like, oh, would you do this to your wife? And the truth is that Stan does not put her on the same pedestal as he does his wife, and possibly even any of the other women that he's dated. So it's like she can't keep comparing herself to his wife or anybody else, because she's not acting, I think, the way that he wants her to act. Obviously, she's not. So I don't know. It's like he's trying to have it both ways. Indy says Stan thinks if he's paying for her, then he can do what he wants and treats her as less than because he does not value her. I just don't think he does. And so she's like, okay, I can see you don't value me. I can see you want me for the dungeon, and then you want me to be arm candy on your arms. Okay, if that's what you want, then that's fine. Then here's what I'm adding to the situation so that I feel like I have some kind of control. Is that since I'm just here for sex, you're A, gonna pay me up front, and B, we're gonna be on some type of schedule. Like I think she's like, I still need to feel like I'm in control to a certain extent. Because he truly does have everything over her. Because she doesn't like if he kicks her out, she has to go and like live with family or something. Come on, Dad. I mean, how long is this gonna go on? What's happening? So, anyways, Stan chose Lisa because of his kink. He thinks it's hard to find someone who will accept his kink. It's not. Miriam says, I finally had empathy for him in this scene. He really loved his wife and lost his partner. Yeah, I agree. But like, I don't think he's handling Lisa the way it needs to happen. At all. Dungeon candy. Michelle LC says, I don't understand Lisa having certain expectations when they met on Sugar Daddy website. I think what it is that she was willing to just let it be what it is, but he's the one who wants to add more and talking about let's get married. But then he also treats her like a sex slave. So I think that's what it is. I think that he just needs to be specific with what it is that he wants, and he can't flip-flop because he keeps threatening to kick her out. So I'm just like, make a choice, dude. Tony, dude, make a choice. Where is that couple? What happened to Anissa and what's his name? Jeff. Tony and Angela and Tony. That's who I need to see. I miss them. Tony, dude. Okay. So I didn't even get into the juicy parts. Okay, so this is him on the bench crying, talking about he misses his life partner. We feel real sorry for him. Then the next 5 seconds, he messes everything up by being trifling. So he now is in his car driving home. And then we've got Lisa, who is now in his room on a laptop, and she has created a fake profile. I mean, rather quickly, if I do say so myself. She had that Jasmine profile ready to go. She says it's somebody that looks like her and has bigger boobs. And I said, girl, how'd you find all them pictures and put all that shit together? People be just throwing up profiles on Facebook and whatever else, just willy-nilly super quick. So she up anyways, which made me believe like, girl, you just didn't just make this up. You been had this. Talking about I created a fake profile. I'm like, you been had created this fake profile, sis. Don't. Shoo. You've been had created this. You've been scamming people on with this Jasmine Protrullo or whatever that person's last name was. Fake fake Facebook profile. So anyway, she finds Stan's, okay? She finds Stan on here, and so she decides that she's gonna go in and just like see what happens if she starts to flirt with Stan. So she's texts him waves, and he responds while driving, girl. While driving in this people's neighborhood, about to run somebody's child over. Hi. And then she's like, oh my God, he is online. That's crazy. Looking at producers. I imagine that whoever producing her, whoever her producer is, like absolutely loves Lisa. And she absolutely loves them too. Like Lisa gives all the tea. Anyways, so she starts to have this conversation with him. And then he invites her, or she invites him, I can't remember which, to like meet up either that day or the next at 4 p.m. And so she's hyped because she's like, oh, I'm going to get him caught up. I'm going to get him caught up. So she's about to trick him, pretending to be somebody else and having him engaged so that she can say that he's cheating. But my thing is like, no, girl, what you need to do is just set up the date with him and then listen to whatever lies he tells you about where he's going at 4 p.m. And girl, just show up. Just show up and sit down and be like, hi, I'm Jasmine. and have a cool, calm, and collected conversation with him in public, wherever you guys are, and be like, you're a dog. I want out of this relationship. But the truth is, she doesn't want out of this relationship. She just wants him to acknowledge what their relationship is and be truthful about what their relationship is. Where is she going to go? Where else is Lisa going to live to where she has her own bedroom? She's living in a decent neighborhood. She's not surrounded by any of the shenanigans she's used to being surrounded by. She just wants their relationship to be one or the other and not a combination. Okay? He's going to respect her. He's going to give her his money, and they're going to have sex when she's ready. That's what she wants. And otherwise, she'll clean. She'll make him silly little dinners. She'll do whatever it is that he requires of her. But I think she just wants it all ironed out, all very crystal clear, and to be no hiccups where he's trying to pull money from her and say he's no longer going to do something. If you say you're going to do it, then just do it. Ooh, Jeff ghosted the show? Good, because I didn't want to see his teeth anyway. But I still want to know how Anis is doing. I can't believe Lisa made a fake account to trick Stan. Lisa seems to be trying to find a reason to leave. She has her vehicle, and now she's trying to figure out how she's going to get some money. But yeah, I mean, she could have just left. She honestly could have just left. So I believe that she's staying for a very specific reason. Can't she get a job? Does she not have any skills? No, she doesn't. She actually has just been like either tricking or selling drugs or doing something illegal for all of her 20s. And then she was in prison for like in and out that whole entire time. No, she's got like 7 times in jail. Who's going to hire her? Like, I mean, it's possible, but like, it's going to be really difficult. And especially in the neighborhood that they're living in, she's not going to find a job close to her. I've been to Missouri, and it's kind of jacked up. Missouri's poor areas are very clearly poor. Like, even when driving on the freeway in the poor areas, the freeway looks raggedy. And I'm just like, how is that even possible? A freeway looks raggedy here. Like, it's very interesting. And I haven't seen a lot of Missouri, so don't get me wrong. But I did see some really nice neighborhoods next to some condemned neighborhoods. So it's like very, very clear where the poor live, where the have-nots and the haves live. It's very weird and clear. And that's just somebody visiting for like, I think I was there for like 10 days. So yeah, wherever they live, she's gonna have to drive to go to work, and yeah. So she knows how to use the computer and talk on the phone. Also sales. Also sales. I mean, she could if she worked from home, but I imagine it's difficult. So I really do think that there might not be that much opportunity for her there, besides tricking. So yeah, in the end of the episode, she's getting ready to confront him. And I said, no, Lisa, don't confront him. Just stay Jasmine and get more money out of him. Just be Jasmine, girl. Don't ever meet him anywhere public and be like, oh, I need help. Can you give me $200? And let him give you $200. Okay. Last couple we're going to talk about are Shawn and Lacy. I just can't trust Shawn. I don't know what he's doing. And so we're going to a lie detector, and I want to know if he's 100% sure that he's going to pass this lie detector. It's not normal, and I feel sick, and I don't like it. So anyways, they go to get him to the, what's that place called? The lie detector test place. Polygraph, that's what it is. And all I kept thinking while looking at this was, girl, she likes sunflowers. That's cute. I mean, she even got the whole like little protector like on the seatbelt. So here he is in the car looking nervous AF because he's about to have a polygraph. So they get there, and she tells the man exactly what it is that she wants to know. about him and if he's cheating and all those types of things. And she's like, I don't know if I can trust Shawn because he doesn't want to have sex with me and I'm uncomfortable and I don't know how I'm going to feel once I get the news of whether or not he's been cheating on me. And so they get there, the guy does all the polygraphing tests on him, and towards the end of the episode we get all of the outcome, and it turns out the big reveal is that Shane has been messaging men and his wife doesn't know. And so he then in his confessional says, it's really fucking embarrassing, but the truth is that I have an OnlyFans and I talk to gay men on OnlyFans and I entertain them for money. He's like, I'm not proud of it, but it's what I do. And I said to myself, so you got an OnlyFans and you guys do cam work together? And so she's upset because she's like, I don't want to know if he's bisexual. Like, I'm not going to handle that well. It's not going to be good if he's bisexual. And she's like starting to cry. And he's like, well, what do you want to know? And she's like, well, I'll tell you whatever it is that I'm doing. You want to know what I'm doing? You want to know if I've cheated on you? You want to know if I've had sex with other people since Summer was born? And then like, she's like starting to yell at him and get upset. Like, and I said to myself, if I found out that my husband was entertaining people on the side because of his OnlyFans, how much are you making, bae? Like, straight men who do any kind of sex work, they're going to get solicited by men. And it's stupid if you're doing sex work and you're okay with providing a fantasy from whomever wants said fantasy. Why not take money from everyone? You're providing a fantasy. Who cares if the fantasy isn't your fantasy? Like, it was crazy. I mean, that's what I'm saying. He probably is making a lot of money. Come on now. He probably is making a lot of money. I mean, regardless of whatever y'all think, Shane is cute. With that country accent, and him being on TV, how much money does that man make on his OnlyFans? A lot. And if he gets paid a little extra to DM some folk on the side to make it seem like he's down for whatever, providing a fantasy, I don't see anything wrong with it. I don't see anything wrong with it. Gay for pay, exactly. Except for he doesn't actually have to have sex. Come on now. 100%. I mean, yes, fit food. Were we in the produce aisle? Absolutely. Okay. They got some organic cabbage, organic carrots. Okay. Some rutabaga. Well, yes, we were. Come on, Life with Vonnie. Come on. Tell the truth. Tell the truth. Uh-huh. I mean, he does show his face. He does show his face. There's no way he wouldn't make as much money if he didn't show his face. But how is Shane hiding the money from Lacy? That's why we're saying it's produced. That's why we're saying we're in the produce aisle. You know what I'm saying? It is produced. Okay. There's a whole handler. There's a whole person who brings out that segment because, like, listen, we all know that almost every last single one of the participants of the TLC, any Matt Sharp Entertainment individual, if they are smart, they will immediately create a Cameo profile and an OnlyFans. Because the fans of this show, y'all, not me, y'all, be out there, okay? Ready to pay. Come on. If the entire family Libby has an OnlyFans, all of the sisters are on OnlyFans showing their vaginas. Okay, the other sister shows her toes, her vagina, her husband's penis. Like, the money is good. And now that OnlyFans is changing everything and messing everybody's money up, including their own money, don't nobody want to go to OnlyFans anymore. whatever the next platform is should be that, because like people are out here trying to pay. They will pay for cameos. They will pay for OnlyFans. She knows what he does. Lacy knows exactly what he does. I agree with you, Michelle. Nothing wrong with it. That's why he spends so much time in the gym. He needs to look good for the camera. That's why they both do. She doesn't go to the gym, but I feel like she definitely gets things sucked out and rearranged. I feel like Lacy isn't the type of person to go to the gym and work out. I feel like she's the type of person to go get a little surgery done to get things removed. It feels like she's a little too like lazy for gym work. Yeah, over and over again. Over and over again. The money is good. The money is good. I imagine that any gay sex worker, like male gay sex worker, makes money. Money. Okay. Money. Yes, Lacy has a lot of lipo. Look at her arms. Oh, no, look at her arms. That explains the gym and not being in the mood when he's with her. I don't believe this story. Where does he do this work that she's unaware of? Well, I think he knows that she has I think she knows he has an OnlyFans. She just wasn't aware that he was catering to both men and women. And I feel like if it was her, she would cater to women as well. Oh, every last single one of the DL men. 100%. Oh my God, there's 200 people in this room right now. Hey, what y'all doing? Go ahead and give this video a thumbs up. Thumbs, 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 thumbs it up. Thumbs it up. Thumbs it up. Thumbs, thumbs, thumbs. Thumbs it up. Yes. Please. Thank you. Was Shane in jail before? Yes. Shane was the one who was in prison. Mm-hmm. So that's why Lacy had the guy ask Shane about cheating with men. She already knew. Exactly. He's been in prison, not jail. He enjoys it. I don't know. I can't speak for anybody. I'm currently vacationing in Palm Desert, and my parents are friends with a lot of wealthy gay older men who live in Palm Springs, and these men are lonely and will pay for a price attention. Absolutely. Absolutely. Oh, thank you, Jackie. Busola, how is it that you have managed to come at the end of this live? Ma'am, we have been on for a full hour and 22 minutes. Brenda B, any of these storylines real? I don't know. You know, it's harder with Life After Lockup to predict whether or not they're valid or not. I really do think that Bonnie and Clyde, I think they're real, right? I don't know that Christiana has the wherewithal or like the slightest amount of acting ability to have a trumped up segment. So I think that segment is real. I do think that Puppy and Amber's segment is real. Did Puppy just show up to Amber's house on her own? No. I do think that segment was produced. But Amber showing up on Puppy's... Oh, no. Puppy was mic'd. Girl, I don't know. Are any of you guys watching The Family de Chantel? I started watching the first episode of season 3, and I'm going to talk about it. So I'm just asking. You guys start watching it. I'll do episodes 1 and 2 mixed together. I don't know when it comes on. Excuse me. Today is the 16th. I saw that it airs on Mondays. So I might be able to do like a late night Monday or early Tuesday type thing. No, this guy, I'm starting to watch this new guy named Gio Malik or Malik. and he's gonna do his lives Tuesdays. So I don't want to like run into his audience because I don't know if you guys do watch him as well. But I would like to watch his lives. I think I'm gonna start supporting him. I feel like I liked like what little bit of him that I saw. I would like to see another like view of the show. So, anyways, yeah, Family Day Chantel, you guys, if you can watch it, go on ahead and watch it. I listen, support Black people on TLC is what I say. Okay. Support Black people on TLC. So I'm gonna do it. I was watching those the Delirios. What are they called? Keeping Up with the Delirios or Deliriouses. They got like 17 children. So yeah, like his name is Geo Malik, Geomalak. I jumped into his live today, but I came in at the tail end of it. So I think I'm gonna like go. I subscribe to him, so I'll find out when he goes next. Just a different perspective, you know. I like to hear other people's perspective of the show. Like I watch Ashley Miller, I believe her name is. She's an OG. She's been doing Love After Lockup for a minute now. And I watch her. Just sometimes I dip in to see what she's talking about. Perspectives are very different. Nikki Star TV, obviously, you guys know I love Nikki, so I like watch theirs. But I don't ever want to go live the same time as them, just in case we have any crossovers. Like I want to be respectful for everybody's time. So, oh, Talina, you watch him? Doritos, yes, Doritos. Doritos, absolutely. Oh, Miss Lady, you love Ashley? Yeah. Happy that Geo is off Sherelle's World. Oh, I don't know. Oh, I've seen Sherelle's World. I don't watch any. Sherelle doesn't show her face, right? I have a harder time watching YouTubers who don't show their face. Not because I think that everyone needs to. It's just that, like, I don't know. Like, even like, there's only one podcast. Like, I do listen to 90 Day Cray Cray, and I don't know what they look like, Kim and Kyle. But because I was introduced to them in the podcast setting, and they're so good with their podcasting, like going back and forth to where they don't jump over each other. Like for the most part, I like to see people's faces. It's very rare that I'm just like, yeah, I'm okay with just listening. Like normally, I'm like, no, I need to see your face. I want to see your face. So, oh no, Sherelle shows her face. Oh, okay. I don't know who Sherelle is then. Then I don't know who she is then. Let me look her up. 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 But tell me who else you like. Go on ahead and drop it. Who else you like listening to? Sherelle? Sherelle's World. Here it is. She shows her face. Go show your face. Oh, this person. I haven't, you know what? I think I saw her stuff like 5 minutes ago. Oh my gosh, she had a whole like meeting with Amber. Huh, 5 days ago. Exclusive. Amber Eggers' Life After Lockup interview. Find out what wasn't told on the show. Well, good for her. Okay. Oh, but she had John Yates on. I don't know why I'm like a little bit like John Yates, girl. Anyways, all right, let me go to Sherelle's World. Let me subscribe because that's the only way I'll go to it for sure. All right, gone to Sherelle's World, following Geo Malik. Sherelle got really annoying, to be honest. I don't know. My Thoughts. Burgundy Blue. Nikki Star. Yep, got her. Bondi Blue. Yeah, Bondi. I know Bondi. I follow her. Wow, you're too rational to watch Sherelle. Ashley Miller was the first YouTuber I subscribed to many, many years ago. Yeah. I do follow this person, Miesha. I do follow somebody, but they don't show their face. So I subscribe to them, but I don't watch any of them. You guys are mentioning someone that if you guys
were with me since the beginning, you already know that I don't watch that person's content. Um and I will never disparage them, discredit their work, speak negatively of them. We There was just a situation where I didn't feel the love and the support, and so I said, "Okay, I'll just back myself one out of this relationship. No love and support for me." So there's that. Oh my god, she had Shawn with his teeth there last week. Shawn like, I'm like Sarah. That's not the same thing that happened with me and Destiny. That Shawn? Well, anyways, I followed her, so I'll find out. It's Rocks. Yeah, Rocks. She does all of the housewife stuff, right? She used to sit in her minivan and like record herself on an iPad. Yeah, I haven't watched her in a minute. In a minute. Sass Scales. I don't know who that is. I'll look into it. Jamie, that's me. Sass. Let me look up Sass. Sass. Oh wait, I didn't give the full name. Sass what? Sass Scales. What an interesting name. You guys, the video is over, so if you want to like drop out, you're more than welcome. You can. I think I've seen Sass. Did she used to sit in her couch? I think this is the person that used to sit in their couch. Yeah, this is her. She used to sit in the yes. Yes, I've seen her. I've seen her content before. Okay, I'll subscribe to her. I shall subscribe. Do 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 do. Brenda, do it. I might have to start a channel that to represent the Latinas. Do it, Brenda. Do it, Brenna. Oof. You guys are so cool. Are you talking about the person with it? Yeah. Yeah. Yes, I am. Yeah, so I mean if you guys followed me from like 2018, I can tell you cuz to me like it doesn't matter, like I already but here's the truth. Like when I choose to like walk away, I walk away with no negative intent. I'm not trying to disparage anybody. I'm not trying to talk ish about anybody. Um I personally like to have a very particular type of relationship with folks from um YouTube who do the same thing as I do. I love to be supportive of them. I will never disparage them, even if maybe their content isn't something that I'm in love with. I just like scoot away. I don't ever talk about them because I feel like it just creates drama between the YouTubers. And like, if you guys know the makeup world or the makeup side of YouTube and the drama side of YouTube, the people who literally watch drama videos, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's a lot of drama on YouTube. And I personally do not want to get involved in it. And since this 90 Day Fiance recapper world, specifically of like the Matt Sharp entertainment shows, like 90 Day Fiance and Love After Lockup. And when I say Matt Sharp, I mean that Matt Sharp is the producer, right? So he produces these shows and then sells them to TLC or sells them to Discovery Plus or sells them to WeTV, right? So Matt Sharp Productions, like I tend to watch Matt Sharp production. And I don't review a lot of shows, as you guys know, right? I just don't have it in me to review every single show. People are like, you should do maths, and I have, but it's too long. Or you should do, there's another show on BET that people are like not Ready or Not or something. Maybe it's Ready or Not. I don't know.
You guys are always telling me this show, do that show. Sometimes I just don't have it in me, to watch it all. But anyway, so I got this really cool opportunity. For me, it was a cool opportunity. Like in 2018, maybe the beginning part of 2018, where they actually reached out to super fans of 90 Day Fiance, and we went on the after show where Michelle Collins was the host. Side note, I don't personally know Michelle Collins, but Chris does, right? So Chris and I tend to kind of know people in the industry because when we were doing our UCB and stuff like in our 20s, a lot of people were doing stuff in their 20s. And so Chris knows Michelle Collins. I don't know Michelle. But because I know Chris and because I was on the show, now Michelle and I interact on Instagram together. I think she's a lovely person. I enjoy her content is what it is. So when everybody was going after Michelle Collins for being, basically the after show for 90 Day Fiance, people hated it, whatever. Anyways, so there was this whole segment where producers from the show reached out to me and a few other YouTubers at the time who were talking about 90 Day Fiance. And they asked us to be on the show. So I said yes. I was super excited about it, girl. Like, it did wonders for my channel. Also, people in my real life were like, I was at work and 3 separate people who do not know each other came up to me and was like, I saw you on TV last night. And I'm like, what? And they were like, yeah, my mom watches 90 Day Fiance, or my sister watches 90 Day Fiance. And when I heard your voice, I was like both of them were like, all of them were like, I heard your voice all of a sudden in my mom's house, or like all of a sudden where I didn't expect to hear it. And I came out and you were on TV. And I was like, oh my God. So anyways, being on that show was such a good opportunity for me. So I took it, and it wasn't paid, but it was like in the very beginning, and like, who cares? Like at that point, you just want to get your name out there and you want to get yourself out there. And I garnered a lot of followers from it. So during that, it looks like they may have reached out to Auntie's advice as well. And for whatever reason, she didn't do it. I don't know why. But when I went to her channel afterwards to kind of watch like what she was saying about the after show, she mentioned me, but didn't say my name. She mentioned like a joke I had made, right? So as much as I do things like this, as much as I do talk about 90 Day Fiance and I am on cameras and stuff like that, being with Michelle was one of my first times being on a show besides like auditioning for like Family Feud or like other stuff like that. I think, what did I do? I auditioned for something. Me and Chris auditioned for something. But anyways, so having gotten through like the interviews and like doing whatever, having this banter with someone who has been in the game longer than me, with Michelle Collins, who is already a funny person, I felt like this like pressure to be funny and to be clever and to do whatever, right? Which is what normally happens when you're an actor and you like get on TV and you work with somebody that you like and you think is good. So anyways, I was on the show and I made like a joke about Costco or something. Like I was talking about the food from the Family de Chantel. I was like, girl, Karen didn't make that food. It was from Costco. And then Michelle was like, girl, don't talk about Costco. I love Costco food. And I was like, it was that joke or whatever. So anyways, that was the joke. And then I was watching Auntie's review of it, and she made some comment about how talking about brands products is unprofessional. And that how you don't do stuff like that. And whether or not it deserved it, whether or not I was wrong, like in that moment, I was like, no. Like, I had a lot of thoughts about that opinion. And I made a video where I was like, absolutely not. Like, if Nikki or anybody from the 90 Day universe got on TV, got an opportunity to take one of their things, and get onto like the actual network show, and I didn't like what they had said, I would not have said anything. I would not have said anything, because you all know that I could read anybody boots the house down. You see how I read people in this show. Okay, I could read anybody boots the house down, and I choose not to, because I don't think it's sportsmanship like,
or whatever, right? So I didn't say anything to her. I just said it to like my audience, and I was like, so whatever. I didn't like it, I didn't appreciate it, and I thought as much as we supported each other and as much as we commented here and there, not that I feel like she owes me anything. She doesn't owe me absolutely anything. I don't think I owe her anything. But after that, I was like, oh no, like no, I'm good. you know and some of like our crossover audience tried to like mend the bridge, because when I had a surgery that and she had got wind of it, she had wished me well, and somebody was like, oh, auntie wished you well, why, she saw that you were in the hospital and she wished you well. And so I was really gracious and like grateful that she had wished me well. And like I said, I just don't harbor any ill will, but just that moment in time, as us being adults and us doing the same thing and working together, I just didn't like it. And I felt like, that's not me. That's not me. So I don't ever see them because I blocked them. Not that they were bothering me or anything. I just blocked them so that I didn't see their content pop up on the sides of stuff. You know that stuff happens all the time, where like you'll see people over and over and over and over and over again on the sides. Like I see Momeash, Moshe. I think I see her all the time. And so, I just was like, okay, I'm good. Like, and there's some people who I follow. Like I follow Bondi, and I've tried to interact with Bondi. Nothing ever came of it. And I just like, okay. Like I just follow now. I'm a silent follower. I'm a silent follower of a lot of people. I'd love to be out loud followers of people, but like sometimes I'm just like, girl, it's cool. It's cool. I don't know. After that, I was just kind of like, let me just chill. Let me stay with Chris. Let me stay with Nikki. Let me stay with the people who I know rock with me. And like, it'll be good. So yeah, like I watch Bondi for her opinions. She's not doing 90 Day Fiance anymore because of like YouTube came for her for something. And so like she's not doing that, but she does do Love After Lockup and some other shows that I don't watch. So I don't watch everything of Bondi's, but I do watch her Love After Lockup and other things. So anyways, that's all that it was. It was just kind of like, I don't want to be involved in that. I just like, there's already too much negativity going on in the world in between Black women. And like, even on the show, like sometimes I have a hard time. I mean, not all the time, but I used to say a lot, like, I don't want to get on the internet disparaging another Black woman. Like, that's not me. Like, I usually, I don't want to. I tried really hard. I tried real hard to not to on the show, even though I do come for Brittany, and I do come from, what was her name? What was her name? Chevelle. Like, even though she came out there looking like Hulk Hogan with that outfit on, you know what I'm saying? I try not to disparage Black women. I try. But I feel like if you're on the show, it's kind of like open season on you. You put yourself on a show. But other YouTubers, like, nah, I won't disparage them. I won't disparage other YouTubers. Like, I know what we do, and I don't want to get y'all caught up in that kind of shit, because it's literally not. It's not even like important at all. Like, even if like some people do try to like trump up drama between Chris and I, which is so funny when it happens. Like, YouTube part of our lives is such a small percentage of Chris and I's interaction. And it's such a small percentage of like everything that we've been through together. So when there are people who follow the both of us who are like, and maybe they don't know they're doing it. Like, maybe they really don't get that this is kind of like insidious and you're kind of trying to stir the pot. Like when they're like, oh God, Chris was not a good friend to you. The whole way she was looking at you, blah, 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 blah. It's so interesting to us. Like sometimes I'll be like, did you see that comment? Like, did you see what this person said? And she's like, yeah. And we're just like, we look at each other like, even if Chris and I are fighting, which as somebody who has been friends with someone for over 15 years is bound 100% to happen, even if we're fighting, there is nothing that a stranger on the internet can say that is going to spark any kind of drama between she and I. Like, it is so interesting. It's so interesting. But people do. And I get why, because we put it on TV. I mean, we put it out there. But it's just such an interesting thing that it's like whenever even if we are fighting, the moment someone else is like, oh, Wah gave you a dirty look, like we're immediately like, who is this? Like, who's trying to put us together? Who's trying to make us fight? Like, it's just like we immediately turn against that person immediately. And then both of us block them because we're like, no, no, you are not, like, this is not some weird Netflix movie where like you're gonna become Chris's best friend. First of all, Chris has like 7 best friends. Okay, Chris has a lot. Like, so if you think that you are going to disrupt our relationship and somehow slip in, just know that I'm not the only bitch in line. Chris is an only child, and she's got a lot of friends. Okay, she's got a lot of people she fucks with. Her dance card is full, so don't think. Like, it's so funny. We always are like, did these people think that we're just gonna like just not be friends because this random person on the internet is just gonna be like, Hard to Know says, I appreciate you keep your commentary to the shows and don't get involved in the drama. It keeps the positivity and the good vibes. I try. I do my best. I've seen YouTubers calling the cops on each other. I've seen YouTubers sick their fans on each other. And the worst thing you could do is sick your fans onto somebody. That to me is an abuse of power. Like, you have power. You have say and sway with people. Now, normally it's like 11-year-olds, you know, and 13-year-olds that you're sicking on these other people. But I'm like, that is a lot. Like, you have sway. You have to have some kind of what's the word? You have to be responsible for how you manage your sway or your influence on any platform. And I just don't like that there's sometimes these like crazy dramas that don't lead to anything, that don't boost sales, or they don't boost algorithms. They don't do any of that. It's like, I could see if it did. If your drama, if you were like Kim K and orchestrating drama in order to create an audience and to build that thing, like, I get it. But like, girl, calm down. What is this? Also, psychological in Seattle. He's a real family therapist and a professor. He does more 90 Days in Darcy, a lot of oh, psychology in Seattle. Okay, let me write them. I spelled psychology wrong, so there's that. Okay, popped up. Wow, this person has a lot of subscribers. Do they need me as a subscriber? This person doesn't need me as a subscriber, but I'll subscribe. Oh, okay, Joy. Did not know that. Like I said, I've been very much like hands off, moving about the cabin. I did hear that she did say thank you to me. I mean, hoping that I felt better. And so I was like, oh, okay, that's good. Wow, he's a real therapist, though. You wouldn't get a kiki out of him. Oh, okay. Well, I mean, I'll follow and see what I like. I can always unfollow. Girl, you need to be a subscriber. Okay, I am. Yeah, like, I don't wish negative on anybody. I'm not here for that. I just want to support people who I support and keep it moving. Like, keep it moving. No ill will, no bad juju, nothing, all positivity, all good stuff. And that's all what I try to do and receive and keep and go. So, yeah. All right, guys. We're almost at 2 hours. I want to thank you guys so much for rocking with me. Thank you for all those suggestions. I am following all those people. Shawn Nitra. Shawn Nitra. Shawn spelled like the Irish way. Shawn Nitra. Oh, she just went live 5 hours ago. Hey, Royals. Is that what she calls her peoples? Royals? Does she show her face? Thank you. Yes, Vanessa. Oh, yes, I see what's happening. Thank you. Oh, and that guy who put 90 Day Fiance questionable lesbian who went to Australia down all the time, he's now engaged to her. What, Ramsterdam? Oh, and that guy who put that 90 Day Fiance questionable lesbian who went to Australia down all the time and is now what, Amsterdam, what is that sentence? What are you trying to say? What is that sentence? What is that sentence, ma'am? We stock. We sock? You're wet sock. Wet sock. Okay, Erica Dinero TV. Okay, Erica Dinero. Okay. Did she do 90 Day Fiance? Ah, I like this head wrap. Okay. Following. Your wet stock is now engaged to Stephanie. This YouTuber, he was putting her down all the time. Him and Stephanie Mata, or whatever her last name is. Oh, Stephanie from... Yes. Okay. Then he met her. Your wet sock is now engaged to Stephanie. Okay. Oh, let me just read the original comment because I did not know what you was trying to say. Oh, and that guy who put that 90 Day Fiance questionable lesbian. Okay. 90 Day Fiance questionable lesbian is one. Went to Australia and is now okay. I understand now. It was just a lot, Ramshan. I didn't know what you were saying, girl. It was just like words all strung together. Stephanie, yes. That's great. Okay. Thank you guys so much for being here. I absolutely appreciate you. Don't go making any drama out of what I just said. It is not worth it. It is all positive, all good loves to Auntie's advice. I wish her the absolute best in whatever she chooses to do. No shade coming from me. I was just telling you guys what had happened and why I'm at where I'm at right now. But anyways, thank you guys so much for supporting me. And some really cool names were named in this comment section. So if you guys are feeling like, you want to follow any of those people, please do. You can do so. We've got Erica Dinero. We've got Sass Scales. We've got Cheryl's World. And then there's the M.O. Miosha. I can't remember her name. And a few other people. Go on ahead and check them out. If you have any movie suggestions or show suggestions, let me tell you what was said. That just in case you guys are interested in that. So what the girls had gave was The Wilds. That's on Amazon. Bliss and Water, which is not the name of it. So I don't know. Tell me, it auto-corrected it to Bliss and Water on Netflix. It wasn't Bliss. It was something else in water. Shoot. Folklore on HBO. 10-Year-Old Tom. Midnight Mass.
and Wellington Paranormal. Brenda, thank you so much for the Zelle. Thank you so much, Brenda. I appreciate it. Blood and Water. Girl. Blood and Water. Okay, great. Rodney the Voice. Is that a YouTuber? Contrary Canary. Is that a YouTuber? Contrary Canary. Let's look at the Contrary Canary. Okay, great. Real Housewives. This person does a Real Housewives. Okay, I'm going to subscribe to Contrary Canary. And then who else is there? At this point, you and Chris are sisters, so people better back up. Girl, that's what I'm saying. Rodney, who? Rodney the Voice. Rodney. Okay, great. That one popped up right away. Okay, I will follow Rodney the Voice. You guys, it's also Geo Malik. I'll spell it for you. Geo Malik. That's the person that I was watching today. Funky Geneva, always a good time. One time Funky Geneva was talking about somebody, girl, and was talking about how they had come for I'm not sure of their pronouns, so I'll just say them. And Funky Geneva pulled up receipts about how many views that video got and how much they had got paid for that video. And I was like, listen, YouTube don't pay me like that. Not even close, okay? My videos don't get not near enough views for it to get that. But I said, okay, Funky Geneva, you give me something to ascend to or to go with. I mentioned It's Rocks, Nikki Starr, Ashley Miller, and Bondi Blue. If you guys want to get some other perspective, I like listening to Bondi because she's a completely different perspective than me. Without being like mean, she will be like, I don't really, and I love her accent too. It's cute. Here's Brooke Ashley. Someone said Brooke Ashley. Then we've got Rodney the Voice here, so going ahead and do them. We've got Geo Malik, not sure how he pronounces it. Nikki Starr is my girl, and Chris Farah. So yeah. All right, I'm following all those people you guys told me to follow, and we'll see how it goes and see what they talk about. I don't really follow the housewife trajectory or housewife stuff, so I'm not too sure about all the housewife stuff. Vicky Vale says, I've been walking Funky Geneva for about 10 years, and he was once where you were with subscribers. You will get there while you just beautiful. Oh, thank you. Oh, he's on Fox Soul? Well, good for him. This is what I'm talking about. It's like there's always like continuously doing this work. There's always opportunities to work with networks, and that 90 Day Fiance opportunity that I had was nice. And so like I would love to work with networks. Like I had an interview with Paramount Plus that I didn't obviously get, but like I love doing this kind of stuff because at some point I would like to get where someone else pays me and I don't have to like sing for my supper. Hi, cutie. He's like, you've been in here for 2 hours. What are you doing? What's happening? What are you doing? This cutie is like, you need to come out. Come here. Please. Come here. Come on. Okay, he just wants me to get off. All right, you guys. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for supporting my channel. Thank you for doing a 2-hour live. Come here. I'm going to turn it around on you. Here, let's turn this light on you. I'm going to turn this on. You're going to see him. Look at this face. He hates my design. He hates my decorations. He's just looking at them like, what is this? Okay, you guys, that's it. I will talk to you guys later. You have a fantastic day. Remember to be you, be true, and find your place. I will see you tomorrow for 90 Day Fiance, The Other Way, and then Monday for the Family Day Chantel. Bye. So rude. Okay. All the best. And Aspasia, absolutely the best to you. Chelsea, absolutely the best for you on the gender that you're a little girl.
You guys have a fantastic day.
Bye.